Hello and welcome to Desert Rat Fiber Arts. I'm Desert Rat, but you can call me Lloyd. Today we're going to continue our 2023 fiber study. This week we're going to be doing Rambouillet, or is it Rambouillet? There we go. It is from Hearthside Fibers. I did purchase this myself. I'm not sponsored in any way, shape, or form by them, so my opinions are my own, but I will leave a link to the Etsy shop where I did purchase these from in case you want to get them yourself and try them out. So this is actually, there's only 6 fibers left. This should be number 31, and we were doing 36 out of this, so only a few left of the wool, and then maybe we'll go into some of the plant fibers I got, or maybe some other stuff. Like I've got some llama, I've got some alpaca, some silk, stuff like that. Maybe we can try some of those as well. We'll see. Anyways, so Rambouillet is a breed from France. This says it's 20 to 23 microns, average staple length of about 100 millimeters or 4 inches. Now, not only that, I do have down here, I have an entire Rambouillet fleece here that I purchased at the Flagstaff Wool and Fiber Festival. I did grab about a pound out of the bag and just wash it up. I've got it here. And this, believe it or not, it is a lot cleaner than what it was. It does have a ton of VM in it, and unfortunately it does have a lot of second cuts in it. It's not the greatest fleece in the world, but I only paid $20 for it, compared to the Romney lamb, which is like 65, or this coated Romney, which is 110. So $20 for a fleece isn't too bad, and I'll get $20 worth of wool out of it. Here's some of it that I have combed up. Let me go ahead and pull a little bit out of the bag here. And it does comb up fairly nicely. There's still tiny bits of EM in there. I just pick it out as I'm spinning it. So it wasn't wasn't a great fleece, but it's not completely horrible either. It's usable. There's stuff that we got in there. And I have been spinning that on my drop spindle here. So it spins fairly well. It spins nice and thin on the drop spindle. I can spin a lot thinner on a drop spindle than I can on the spinning wheel. But see, that's fairly thin. It's soft. Like I say, it just got a lot of VM, and when I comb it, there's a lot of waste. But that's neither here nor there. Again, I got $20 worth of wool out of it. So I'm not complaining one bit on it. And I would buy another one in a heartbeat. At that price, it's worth it. It's worth learning with. Some people might get frustrated. There's a lot of work, and it may not be worth it to you, but to me, it's perfectly fine. I don't mind working with it one way or another. So, back to the Rambouillet. Our sample we got here. We got our field guide fleece. Let's take a look. Here is a picture of the sheep. And let's learn a little bit about them. Okay, origins from France. Fleece weights are 8 to 18 pounds, which is 3.75 to 8.25 kilograms. Staple length of 2 inches to 4 inches. That stuff there is probably closer to 2 to 3 inches, maybe. It's kind of short. Fiber diameter is 18 to 24 microns. Natural colors are white. Valued in America's western ranges for their hardiness and ability to thrive on sparse native grasslands, Rambouillets bunch up tightly to sleep, which gives them a higher degree of protection from predators than breeds that spread out when resting. Interesting. In terms of fleece qualities, think of the Rambouillet as a merino cousin with a bit more bounce. A great wool to blend with luxury fibers, Rambouillet contributes elasticity without compromising softness. The square, dense, flat-tipped staples have a well-defined crimp that's somewhat less organized than a merino's. The tips often collect dirt. Rambouillet's high grease content means the wool must be carefully cleaned using consistently hot water. Don't let the water cool off and redeposit the dissolved grease on the fiber. Its willingness to melt means you must limit agitation. Spin from flicked locks, comb, or card with a fine-toothed carders or carding cloth. Effects of dyes. While Rambouillet have a more matte surface than merino, it takes colors clearly and well. Best uses: with superior softness and good insulating properties, Rambouillet is superb for next to skin fabrics, baby garments, and other special items. It felts easily. Okay, so let's take a look at what we got in our sample here. And it is soft. I'll give it that. This one's very clean compared to what I've been dealing with. Let's pull off a staple length of this. Grab another one here. So yeah, it's kind of short. So this is, yeah, about 4 inches. So about right on the mark there. So about 4 inches. It's soft. If it spins as well as the other stuff that I've got, it should be a treat to work with. Again, I haven't spun any Rambouillet on the wheel yet, just on the drop spindle, but we'll give this a shot and see how it turns out. The wheel's set up and ready to go, so let's get to it. Okay, it's the next day. The yarn has been wet finished and hung up to dry, and here it is. So we got about 34 yards, chain ply, Aran weight, about 8 wraps per inch. The yarn is still very soft. Spun up nicely. The only problem I had was I had it snap on me and I had to dig the end out. Those of you spinners know what I mean by that. But I did find the end of it. And I was able to continue spinning without any issues. It did spin up beautifully. It plumped up a little bit after it was wet finished, and it's very nice. So, yeah, Rambouillet, however you want to pronounce it, I highly recommend. No real complaints about it. Now, it does have, to me, it feels different than other wools that I have spun. It kind of, I don't know how to explain it. It just kind of reminds me of like talcum powder or baby powder or something like that. It just has kind of a dry, soft feel to it. So let me know if you ever spun it. Did you experience that, or is it just me? Because it just seems to have that strange, not strange, but different feel to it when you're spinning it. When it's finished, it's fine. It just kind of feels a little different when you're spinning it. I forgot to show you this too. This is also from that fleece, the Rambouillet fleece that I bought for $20. This is some of the pound that I pulled off. I separated it out and just did a little bit of cold dye on it, where I took a plastic shoebox and it's about 20 grams of each, in 3 different plastic shoe boxes filled with water and dye. So this is Fire Engine Red, this is Brilliant Yellow, and Peacock Blue, I think is the colors of these. So I let it set for a day, just shoved it in the garage, no heat. Well, it's hot enough here, but and then after a day I put some vinegar in each of them, let them sit for another day, and then I pulled them out and washed them, and this is what I got on it. I don't remember, I might have steam set it afterwards, but yeah, so it dyes fairly well. So if you're into dyeing your own wools or yarn, the Rambouillet does fairly well. Okay, so next week we're going to go with another favorite of mine. This is actually one that was the first fiber I ever spun, as well as the first fleece that I ever processed. Is Shetland. So this is Shetland. It's from Scotland, 29 to 31 microns, and average staple length of 90 millimeters or 3.5 inches. I do love Shetland. It does spin very well. And the natural colors of it, I don't know what the book's going to say, but I read somewhere else that there are actually 27 different colors that Shetland can come in naturally. The one that I spun in my spinning class was a brown color, beautiful brown. The fleece that I purchased and spun was kind of a gray color, and this one's kind of a like dark chocolatey brown, almost black. So lots of different options with Shetland as far as natural colors are concerned. So I'm definitely looking forward to spinning this. Okay, well that's it. So until next time, this is Desert Rat. Happy crafting!